For decades, the Russian embassy in Kensington has served as the physical anchor for Moscow's relations with the United Kingdom, housing the diplomats tasked with navigating a relationship that has grown increasingly hostile. For the last 7 years, that mission was led by Andrey Kelin, a veteran diplomat who became a familiar face on British television for his unwavering, often aggressive defense of the Kremlin's policies. But on July 21, 2026, Kelin vacated his post. In the weeks since his departure, Moscow has not sought to appoint a replacement, leaving the mission without a permanent leader. This vacancy didn't happen during a diplomatic lull. It coincides with a spike in military tension and a series of direct public threats from Russian officials aimed at London. This empty chair marks a historic low point in relations between two global powers, removing a critical layer of direct engagement, just as the risk of miscalculation is reaching its limit. The primary driver of this friction is the hardware on the battlefield. British-made military drones are now being used by Ukrainian forces to carry out strikes deep inside Russian territory. The Kremlin has reacted to these reports with fury, warning that the United Kingdom will pay a higher price for facilitating attacks on Russian soil. Yet, despite the threats and the missing ambassador, the Russian embassy in London has not closed. The mission remains open, and diplomatic staff are still reporting for work in Kensington. It creates a confusing paradox. If the relationship is failing so completely that an ambassador is no longer necessary, why is Russia stopping short of a formal break in ties? Those UK-supplied drones have successfully hit high-value targets, including Russian oil refineries and a major warehouse belonging to the online retailer Ozon. In response to these strikes, Prime Minister Andy Burnham stated the UK would support Ukraine 100%, regardless of Moscow's rhetoric. Vladimir Putin countered the Prime Minister's statement directly, warning that by encouraging strikes inside Russia, the UK has opened Pandora's box. This direct clash between the two leaders transformed a military dispute into a systemic diplomatic crisis, prompting Moscow to use the withdrawal of its ambassador as a formal tool of protest. In the world of diplomacy, withdrawing an ambassador is the loudest signal a country can send before completely severing relations and closing its embassy doors. With Kelin gone, the diplomatic hierarchy shifts. The mission is now led by a chargé d'affaires, a significantly lower rank than a full ambassador. Yet the Russian embassy denies this is a formal downgrade, deliberately holding the line just above a total break in communication. This strategy keeps Russia in a diplomatic gray zone. They broadcast a chilling signal of breakdown to the public, while secretly maintaining a backdoor channel for essential direct communication between governments. The UK Foreign Office responded by dismissing the move, officially treating the withdrawal of Kelin as a purely internal Russian administrative matter. London also chose not to retaliate. Instead, they are keeping their own ambassador, Nigel Casey, at his post in Moscow to maintain a direct line of sight into the Kremlin. By refusing to match the withdrawal, the UK is calling Moscow's bluff. They are positioning themselves as the party trying to maintain stability, while Russia intentionally creates a vacuum. This empty seat is the latest milestone in a decades-long collapse of trust, following years of sanctions, diplomatic expulsions, and accusations of state-sponsored assassinations on British soil. In the past, these conflicts usually played out through the reciprocal expulsion of mid-level intelligence officers. Now, the disruption has reached the very top of the hierarchy. It marks an indefinite deep freeze between two nuclear-armed powers, a reality where communication continues, but at a level signaling the relationship has stalled. By refusing to fill that seat, the Kremlin communicates a breakdown in trust that no formal statement could match, turning a simple administrative absence into a calculated diplomatic pressure point.